good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn fans. This is episode 93 of the Joslyn Variety Show, and I know that it looks a little different than usual because I am trying something a little different than usual today. Typically, Fridays we would do from home, from my home, because we have Kitten Fridays, but unfortunately, the little kitten that you guys met last week, Tootie, did pass away this week. She was just too little and too sick, and we tried everything that we could, but she didn't make it. And that happens sometimes with fostering. There are moments of heartbreak in there, but there's so many more moments of joy and the knowledge that you're making a difference and doing something that's going to help kittens for the rest of their lives. So we don't get to have Kitten Friday today. I'm so sorry, but I am going to go over something else that I think is really important with you. So you guys know that here in the center, we have a ton of language classes. We have two great language instructors, and they teach everything from Spanish, French, German, English, Italian. They can cover the whole thing for you. So I know that you've been missing your language classes, and we've been missing having you here to do your language classes. But I wanted to introduce you to a tool that I have used in the past that is a fantastic way to learn a language on your own for free. You can do it on your computer or through an app, and I promise that they're not paying me to do this little commercial for them. It's just an app that I've genuinely enjoyed using in the past. So I'm going to try something new. I am using Zoom to Facebook, which is something that Paul and I typically do when we do our bingo, but we haven't shared a screen before. So let's see. There we go. So I hope that you can see my screen. This is the page for Duolingo. So Duolingo, as you can tell up here at the top, it's just duolingo.com. You can learn a language for free, which is such a cool treat. You can pick a ton of different languages. You'll see here at the bottom, you can scroll through and kind of pick what you might be interested in. There is really cool ones, everything from English, German, French, and Spanish, all the way into things like Navajo or Latin or Klingon, if Klingon is your cup of tea. So there is no lack of things to learn, and you can learn multiple languages at once. So if you wanted to work on your Japanese and your Italian at the same time, it will let you do that. So I am right now popping over to our page to make sure that this is streaming so I can give you guys a quick little intro to what it looks like. Oh, it looks like we are streaming. Yay! Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to show you what my account looks like first because I have one that's already established, and that way you guys can get an idea for it. That might be the password. There we go. Okay, so you'll see that I have been learning, Spanish and French. I have not been doing well with the French. I actually haven't used that in a very, very long time. But up here at the top, you'll see that Spanish. So this is the way that a course is laid out. So they'll start you with really easy intro stuff and then move you down to phrases, some travel for when we can travel again. You'll be all ready to go, how to order in a restaurant, what a family structure looks like. And then they will just work you all the way down through this roadmap of different accomplishments. So as you hit each roadmap, I know this goes kind of fast, but there's a lot to learn. You'll see where I haven't made it to yet is right around here. These are all the ones that I have finished, but I'm working my way into adverbs and future phrases and adjectives, things like that. So let's do this. I'm going to log us out of my account. So that we can start a brand new account, and that will give you guys an idea of what it looks like to use it. And again, you can use this on the computer here on your desktop, or you can use it on an app on your phone. So if you're just sitting in the doctor's office and you're a little bit bored, then you can pull up the app and you can practice your Spanish or French or German right there. It's really handy. So we're going to do Spanish just because that is a really popular language here in the Valley, and it may come in handy for you. So we're going to tell it that I am learning Spanish to communicate when I travel because I want to go maybe to Mexico soon. So we're going to continue. We do not want notifications. I want to block that. So it's going to ask you to set your own goal. So maybe I'm just a casual learner and I just want to do a couple minutes a day, or I want to really commit myself to this and make it happen, then I can choose intense, which is around 20 minutes a day. And you can customize it to your own needs. But I'm going to say regular because that seems like a good happy medium. You can connect it to your Facebook or your Google, but I'm not going to because for me, learning the language won't be more of a social thing. It'll just be for me. So I'm going to say that I'm new to Spanish and I don't know any Spanish already. If I did know some Spanish, I would click this button and it would give me a little test just to see where I'm at so that they know where to start me at. But we're just going to start with the basics. So this is one of the ways that this app or this tool is laid out. It gives you images to go with the words so that you can use hints like which one of these is the boy. Oh, okay, this looks like it could be a boy. So el niño, we're gonna click on him and it's gonna check and it says, yes, we're right. And I'm gonna turn up the sound on my computer so that you guys can hopefully hear this because it does give a fun little game style notification for you. So which one of these is the woman? We're gonna say la mujer.
La mujer.
There we go. So you can hear her play it back to you if you're in a setting where you have your sound on. That way it can help you with pronunciation. We got it right.
La mujer.
La mujer. So we're going to write this in English and just use these tools down here at the bottom. And the little owl, this is Duolingo's mascot logo. He's going to pop up from time to time and give me little hints. So he's telling me to remember that I can see the word by hovering over it. So if I hover over la, it's going to say the, your, or her.
Mujer.
Mujer could be woman, woman, or wife. So using those tips,
mujer.
La mujer, I'm going to say that it says the woman. We're going to check that. And we're right. Yay! So it's going to do some repetitive learning. So even if you got something right already, it's going to phrase it to you differently or just give the same thing to you again, just to make sure that you're really absorbing the information. So which of these is the girl?
La niña.
La niña. Which of these is the man?
El hombre.
El hombre. And the owl thinks that we're super impressive. So write this in Spanish. I am a man, and you can hover and it will give you a little tip to help you if you get stuck. So yo soy un hombre. So we're going to look down here and do yo
soy
un
hombre.
Hombre. Ta-da! Continue. The boy, and I think we know this one because it's only 2 words. We're going to say it is el. What if we say niña?
Niña.
Nope, that's the wrong verb. We would do el niño because niña is feminine, and we were talking about a boy who was masculine. But that's okay. It's going to give us the option again so that we can learn from our errors. So this time we're going to say el niño. There we go. So that was our lesson 1. And it tells us we've almost hit our daily goal. So this is a really fun way to do it because it kind of makes it into a game. So it feels playful when you're playing. And you can go back and review this lesson if you want to, because sometimes you need to practice things a couple of times before you get it. Or we can do continue and go on to the next one. It's gonna, because it's a game format, it's gonna give you little incentives like gifts and badges and things like that, which can be really fun. But we are not going to worry about it at the moment. So at this point, it's going to ask if you want to create a profile. I do recommend creating a profile because that way it makes it easier to use across your devices. So if you're playing at work in the morning, then if you're out and about, so you can play on your phone in the afternoon, it'll save your progress. It'll track it all together. So that's really handy, and I do recommend doing that. But for now, I'm not going to because our time is short together. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. There we go. So I should be back. So that is something that I recommend. I think that Susan would appreciate it because she is all about flexing your brain and growing and learning and using things like brain games while you are at home because it can help prevent things like dementia and Alzheimer's. The more that you learn and the more the more you put your brain to the test, doing things like puzzles, maybe like crosswords or mahjong, all of that can help. So maybe Duolingo is what will help for you. There's other apps that are similar that do similar things. I know Babbel is one, and I'm sure that there's others. So I would recommend if you have an interest in learning a language, or if you were already in classes here at the center and you have been feeling like you're not able to keep up with those classes now that you're out on your own and not with the instructors, or if you are currently taking classes virtually and you just want to supplement it with something, hopefully you will look into things like Duolingo or one of the other language apps. But whatever you do, make sure that you're learning and growing and testing your brain, do the puzzles, do the little brain games. AARP has a ton of brain games on their website. And if you just search for brain games online, it'll come up with all kinds of things for you to do. So use your time wisely this weekend and make sure that you're testing out what you can accomplish without even having to be out and about in the heat, because I know that it is very, very, very hot this weekend and I don't want anybody to be at risk. So stay hydrated, stay home if you can, and do your brain games. Maybe start a Duolingo account. And if you do, let me know what you're learning, because I would be really interested to hear what people are exploring and are interested in. So that's it for me. That is our Friday show. We are off Saturday and Sunday, but don't forget, you can come by the center tomorrow morning from 9 to 11. I will be here and some of our other staff will be here, and we are taking your donations of school supplies for the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission's Backpack Bonanza event. They are doing a great job, even though kids aren't going back to school right away. They are still working on projects from home and still doing different activities from home. And if you would like to support them, and when they do go back to school, they're going to need these supplies, bring them by the center. I think that the rescue mission is looking for everything from pencils and pens to binders, folders, paper, rulers, protractors, dictionaries, anything that you can think of that would be a school supply, they'll take it. So bring them by here. You don't have to drive all the way out to Coachella to drop these off. You can do it right here at the center. It is no contact drop off. So all you have to do, if you leave your donations bagged and in your trunk, just pull up to the door. We're going to run out, pop your trunk. We'll pull it out of your trunk, close your trunk for you, and send you on your way, and that'll be it. You won't have to wear a mask or interact with us or anything, but we would love to see your smiles and your waves. So come by tomorrow to do that from 9 to 11. We will see you then. Have a safe and happy weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and we will see you guys back here on Monday. Bye.